Welcome back to another reading and correcting. With me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and Ty, the Tiger Supervisor. These are where I read a chapter from one of my stories and correct it as I go. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. And if you are looking to support me, that is on my Patreon. Today we are doing chapter 16 of An Errant Dawn. The front of the group is on the fifth floor landing when people enter the stairwell from above us. On the sixth, they engage the enemy. Me and Claus have been relegated to the back, so we can't help. Not that the soldiers need it. The guards they fight are humans, and while I notice some of them have something similar to the soldiers strapped to their forearm, they don't have the training and coordination to make the best use of their boosted bodies. They've pushed to the eighth floor when the door below us shatters open. A glance over the guardrail shows me two massive arms coming up. Hybrids. I catch Humberd's eyes above me as he punches a human guard. Looks like you two get to prove your worth after all. Pass the dog to whoever's closest to you, then make sure you keep those things from decimating our rear. I hand off Amanda to a short soldier, the man who hasn't said anything the entire mission and looks unhappy at being turned into a carrier, not that he was doing anything. The stairwell isn't large enough for him to reach the fighting ahead, and he won't be needed below. I'm down 3 steps, revolver in one hand, unfolded sword in the other, when Humberd's voice comes again. Before I forget, if you can't keep up, we're taking off without you, and you can fly on the back of your dog. 2 landings later, the first hybrid comes into view. I shoot it, chest hit. It staggers back, and thin pink blood leaks from the wound. But instead of seeing its internal organ, I only see a cracked bone plate. The blood reminds me of the one I fought in the cage, but there are differences. This one's skin is thicker, the bones harder, I expect, the eyes less animalistic. Robert said the military had multiple experiments going and implied I wasn't the only one to escape them. Is this where the scientists research started? Or did he also leave the military with his knowledge? I fire, I fire at the knee, and that explodes into a stump. It falls sideways and down the stairs, but the others just step over him. There are all men, I note, and the stairwell is only large enough for 2 of them to fit side by side. There are 4 still standing. A look over the side doesn't show more coming. I fire at knees again, but they jump over the shot. I surprised the first one. These will not be disabled easily. One shot hits the hybrid behind the one I aim for, but the shoulder impact doesn't seem to bother him. I shoulder the revolver and tear my right glove off my skin tear the right and tear the right glove as my skin extends into a second sword. The first 2 reach us, and I take one, slashing at him and step back, drawing him higher to separate them. I give myself and Claw more space to fight. The irradiated sword barely cuts the skin, while my black blade goes deep into the bone. Fortunately, this one's smarter than the one I fought in the cage, and I don't get many hits before he finds his first opening and punches me in the chest. Pain explodes in spite of being covered with my black skin, and I'm sprawled on my back on the stairs, catching my breath. He grins at me maliciously, giving me the time to prepare myself before pushing his perceived advantage. I plant a foot in his chest and kick him down the stairs. I'm on my feet as a guard jumps from the landing below and opposite us, grabs the railing and propels himself onto me. I note the injector, the savage expression, and punch him as hard as I can. Bones break. He hits the landing on the other side to more bone breaking. Then he tumbles down the well. I turn to deal with the next approaching hybrid as I slowly back up the stairs to keep up with the soldiers. Claws appears before me, pushing me against the wall just before gunfire erupts and he takes them. And he takes the bullets. When he moves away, I see the wounds. I don't need bullet wounds at this point. I see the wounds, small but not closing, which means they're irradiated bullets. Before I think about it, I have my revolver in hand and fire once at each of the guard's chest. Two down with a surprised expression, two go down with a surprised expression, and a gaping hole where their heart had been. The revolver clicks empty when I fire the third one. A hybrid tackles me as I reach in a pocket for bullets, and the revolver tumbles into the well. Annoyed, I throw the hybrid after it, then grab the one pummeling Claws, sending it down after the other. We're on the 10th landing. On 10th floor landing. Below us, humans guards have taken the place of the hybrid, but they are keeping their distance, taking shots at us as they can. I glance at Claws again. His injuries have healed slightly. He calms me with a rumble. Healthy, strong, it says, and I nod. Now isn't the time for me to be distracted. I'm susceptible to irradiated bullets, too. The pace picks up as the soldiers finish the last of the guards ahead of them. We reach the 13th floor and hurry into the maze. I look for anything to bar the door, but short of ripping off a wall, nothing is available. At the end of the corridor, Coupler yells, "You make a laugh. It's going to be the right next then." "Why have you stopped?" "It's the dead end," a man yells. "It can't be. My map shows it goes on for 100 meters and..." "Your map's wrong," Klein yells. "I knew we couldn't trust you. You think you can just join us in your place?" "Shut up," Humbert yells as the door slams open behind us. "Coupler, find us a route. Angelo, you have the dock, so you and Coupler against the wall. Everyone else in front of them. The dock is the priority. Coupler after her." "Cover would be nice right about now," Klein comments. "That's what our two sacrificial armies are for," Humbert replies, him and the soldiers taking position behind us. "They have irradiated ammunition," Claus says. "And they have boost," Humbert snarls. "If you aren't happy about it, lodge a complaint with whoever stole it from us." "Boost isn't a threat to us," I tell him, taking his sidearm and emptying it into the guard rounding the corner. I ignore Humbert's protest as I put it back in its holster. "I have a path," Coupler yells in victory. "Angelo, stay with her. Everyone else forms up around them. We stay between them and the enemy." I want to rush the guards, fight, hunt, but hold back. With the soldiers laying down cover fire, a retreat is the best strategy. Someone taps my side, and as we reach the intersection between us and the guards, peeking around the corner, only to duck back as the burst of bullet fired in their direction. Klein offers me a sidearm, and I take it without questioning the man's generosity. The ground vibrates, a steady feeling under my feet and in the air. Claus looks around, searching, but all there is are walls around us. Then guards rounding the corner. I fire at them along with the soldiers. When the gun clicks empty, I almost run at them. But Claus' hand on my shoulder keeps me with the soldiers. "You have got to be fucking kidding me," Coupler complains. "The walls can move. The way's now closed." "Then find us another one," Humbert yells. I take the magazine Klein hands me and fire. As he fires his machine gun one-handed, and I reload and reload. I don't need the eye. And reload. "What's the point?" Coupler replies, angry. "They're going to close that on us, too." "How thick are the wall?" I ask in a lull. "How the fuck do you expect me to know that?" she replies. "Maybe look when one moves," Klein says offhandedly before I formulate a reply. "What are you thinking?" Humbert asks, then fires a short burst at a guard running from one side of the intersection to the other. "I'm stronger than you, and Claus is much stronger than I am. He might be able to punch through and rip us an opening." "That's going to cost us our largest cover," Humbert replies. "He dies," I say, "and so do you," the anger in my voice has the captain staring at me. Worry worry momentarily replacing the anger. Does he understand that if he allows Claus to die, the guards won't be who kills him? The ground rumbles loudly and the wall at our back slides away. Oh, this can't be good, Poplar says. It's a large room without any exit. We can't go in there. And we can't stay here, Umbert yells back, or go the way we came. It's a kill box, Captain, she replies, and we'll kill anyone trying to enter it. We rush in. The room's easily 15 meters on all sides, but Coplar's right. Since they control the walls, they can lock us in. You, Humbert points to Claus, go to the other side. You'll be our decoy with your boy here. Get their attention. Klein, take position with half on the right side. I'll take the left with the rest. We shoot them down the moment they pass us. Claus needs to stay here in case they close this opening, I tell him. No, you are going to do what? The ground vibrates again, and Coplar yells and points to the opposite side, to the wall sliding out of the way. We run for it, me and Claus taking the lead easily. We're in the middle of the room when a roar hits me like a demon punch. Submit. I stagger to a stop. It takes all my concentration to keep my legs from folding under me, from obeying. I look at Claus, worried. If the command hit me this hard, how did he? Claus is down, smaller than I've ever seen him. He's trembling, not trying to stand. Stand up, I tell him. We can take whoever that is. He looks at me, and the terror in his eyes is such I almost drop to my knees. Claus isn't afraid of anyone or anything. Even protects, for as old as he is, only engenders respect, not fear. Anger propels me to stand between him and whoever is in that corridor. I will not let anyone hurt him anymore. The soldiers are at our back, aiming ahead and behind at the guards entering the room. Gunfire erupts around me, but I barely hear it. The roar is ongoing. The demand that I submit is the only thing I can fight. Something moves in the corridor's darkness. Slowly enough, I get hints of its size as they lumber forward, their heat adjusting to the air they displace. This demon is huge. The roar stops as they enter the room. They are tall, massive, commanding, and as they look around, they fix their glowing red eyes on me and roar again. The command hits me harder, now mixed with amusement and disdain, and Claus whimpers. The right sleeve on my trench coat rips apart as Spike pushed through it, but I don't move. I am the only one standing between Claus and that thing. No, I say through gritted teeth, or at least I think I say it. The command reverberates through my bones. The roar makes my ears ring, but I will not obey. I am not some young demon that bends to an elder's will just because they are older, stronger. I don't see the blow. I know it didn't come from the demon, but as my consciousness fades, I also know no humans can hit me so hard I'll react. There's only humans behind me, except for. And that concludes chapter 16 of An Errant Dawn. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter will be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read this story as well as the other two books in the trilogy, they are available on Kindle Unlimited. If you want to support me in a different way, that is on my Patreon, where you can also get access to basically everything else I've written. Links are in the notes, and with that, I shall wish you a good day.